Welcome back from the break. We are still discussing the match between Liverpool and Manchester City that comes up this weekend at Anfield. I mean, this is the biggest rivalry in English football, and we can't wait to see this match. And it could be the last match between Pep Guardiola and Klopp, and with all their tactical mentality, we can't wait to see what formation and what tactics they play in this one. And I have here with me Bruno and Desta to help me with this analysis. We shall be going to the drawing board also to do to look at the tactical analysis, both the tactical approach both managers will be bringing on board in this fixture. So quickly, let me start with going into this fixture. We know Manchester City and then Liverpool over the years have produced very thrilling encounters, and it's a very competitive one in that if you look at the wins between Manchester City and then Liverpool, you realize that they share both teams are apart. And so coming into this one, it's more or less like a finale for them. Whoever wins this one is more or less like the person had the last laugh. And so both managers will be coming in with a very strong mentality in this one. But we are also in a title race which has become like the tightest race in a very long while. And we have three teams in contention. We have Liverpool, we have Man City, we have Arsenal also on the radar. Could this match be that match that actually decides who will lift the trophy?
All right, so thank you very much. So as you rightly said, Sunday's match to me will be a decider for the title race. Because when you look at the table currently, Liverpool are on top with 63 points.
Yeah.
Manchester City are behind with 62. And when Manchester City is behind you with just a point, you have a lot of work to do.
Yeah.
For you to maintain the top position, then you have a lot of work to do. And City will not give you that chance. So going into this Sunday's match, definitely, I know Liverpool will do everything possible to, still stay on top. But, Guardiola, when there's 1 point difference, you want to do everything to overtake you. So this Sunday's match will be a decider for the title race. And I'm sure and I'm hoping that City will definitely carry the day in order for them to, take the top position.
So
at the table.
Bruno is looking forward to a win for Manchester City, which will then give Manchester City the edge to actually go ahead and then win the trophy. Do you agree with him, Desta?
Yes, for the major parts, like 95% of the time, I totally agree with him. Where I have a point of divergence will be the fact that when Manchester City are behind you with just a point, it's really difficult for you being in front to maintain that. The caveat is, if it is a 2-horse race, there's so much pressure on the first position. But now it is a 3-horse race. So there's a third element in Arsenal. So it might be a title challenger, but Arsenal too is there. And you can see the numbers that Arsenal are pulling. 6 zeros, 4 zeros. Yes. So Arsenal is there.
And they are leading on goal difference.
Exactly. 43 something goals. And their last six games, they've scored 31 goals. So Arsenal is there. Unlike previous years, where it will be 2-legged, 2-horse. If it's not City, it's Liverpool. And they will give the third position large gap. Yes, but this time it's not like that. This time there's a third force. So even if it's a stalemate, Arsenal have the opportunity to leapfrog them. So it's not between them again. It's not like between these two again. No. Arsenal is in the fray. And Arsenal, they are red hot, ready to fight, ready to challenge. They have a shot. Yes, so right now it's a 3-horse race, not a 2-horse race. But it's a statement of intent to whoever wins. But my prediction is a draw for this. It's a draw, a 2-2 draw. Yes.
All right. So this is actually interesting. Let's look at this. If Manchester City should win, then that brings them to 64 points.
Yes.
Right?
65
points. And then Liverpool will still be at 62. 63. If Arsenal should win, then they will come in between. They will rather come to 64.
64, yeah.
Good. And so if that happens, then it's more or less like we've just rearranged the teams.
Exactly.
And then the title is still in contention.
Exactly.
So that is what makes this fixture very tricky and very interesting.
Exactly.
Because whatever the outcome, and for Arsenal, they are happy for this fixture because at the end of the day, whatever happens, one of the teams will drop points.
Yes, exactly.
You understand?
Exactly.
If there is a draw, it means both teams have dropped 2 points. And they'll be glad because at the end of the day, when they win their match against Brentford over the weekend, then they will be sitting on top. In fact, if they should win that match, they're actually sitting on top before this match goes down.
Exactly.
Yeah, sure.
You understand?
You know, one thing about Arsenal is that we have seen Arsenal that has stretched the league with 10 points before and still was not able to.
But let's look at this Arsenal now.
Exactly.
Before the Christmas break or before 2024, we could, talk of that Arsenal as, that of last season. But after when we zoomed into this year, if you look at the numbers Arsenal has produced, they've won their last 7 EPL games. They are the only team to do that this season.
Yeah.
They are leading in goal difference by 6 goals. They are leading Man City by 10 goals. And so if the league race should actually end with the same points, they are favorites on goal difference. So Desta is right to say, it's not a two horse race again. This time there's a third force who is in there to make the race very interesting. But if Liverpool should win, then what are we looking at?
Yes. So as I stated earlier, I just wanted to right now we have teams, even those teams battling for 4th, 5th, 6th.
Yeah.
All want to make statement because this next year around the Champions League slot will drop down to 5. So we have teams like Aston Villa, Tottenham, Man United, all trying their possible best to clinch. So no one would just let you walk over them. Yeah. Except Manchester United.
Wow.
So things like a team like Aston Villa would prove very, very stubborn. For you Arsenal or for you City, because he also wants to enter the fray of Champions League.
Yeah, exactly.
So the competition between the three is always almost tight.
It's very tight.
The competition between the 4th, 5th, 6th is also tight. So tight. No one is giving anyone gaba.
Wow.
Exactly. So you'd have to try your possible best. Arsenal have amazed me because they started playing this kind of football last two seasons at their friendlies. Yeah. Their friendly match against Chelsea, they won by 4-0. Yeah. You could see that Arteta's translation of football has been accepted by the team. They attacked as a unit, they defended as a unit. So I'm not surprised at all. In fact, what made them bottle the league last season is that they didn't believe in themselves. Hey, Arsenal. So 10 points straight. So I think they were surprised and they just capitulated. They just relinquished that lead because they didn't know that they could play such good football. But now they've done it. They were second. So just something extra. They believe that they can do it. They've beaten Arsenal. They've beaten City. They've beaten Liverpool. Convincingly. Yes, convincingly. So Arsenal is in a fray, ready to fight. And then, I think
this is the EPL. It can be that tight. It can be that tight. And that is why it is the best league in the world right now. As you can see, Aston Villa and Tottenham are also in 4th and 5th place. And all these two teams, will be playing against the top 3. And so it makes the title race more interesting.
Yes.
Because in as much as these 3 teams will be fighting to win, because now every point is crucial. And so they will be trying their best to win some points from Tottenham and Aston Villa. Exactly. And Aston Villa and Tottenham will also want to retain some points because they will want to play in the top 4. They will want to play in Champions League as well. And so it's a very competitive fixtures for both for all the 3 teams.
Exactly.
So now that you've brought Arsenal into the picture, let's look at going into the rest of the season, the rest of the matches. Which one of the teams do you think will be able to have a cool sail through? So looking at the fixtures left for them to play.
So the one major characteristic of Pep Guardiola's Man City team is the fact that at the turn of the table, from a period between February to like May, they don't lose matches. They don't drop points. They mount their title challenge when the table turns from probably between February. They can go 11, 15, 13 matches unbeaten. Yes, that is what actually propels them to clinch there. So it is based on how you perform against them, because them they know that they will win all their matches against who? Burnley, Luton Town. They will scatter all of them. What about you? So that is what actually Arsenal did, and then Arsenal were quite shocked that they were on top of the table. So they squandered their chance. But Manchester City, 12, 11 matches straight, they are winning. That is 33 points. Exactly. So it doesn't actually matter which run of form, easy form. No. It doesn't matter necessarily to Pep Guardiola. He will win all his matches to clinch the title. He's a serial winner. Kevin De Bruyne once asked him, why does he like winning so much? Isn't he tired? And that's one of the things that we have to investigate. That man, I think he's a wizard. Because Klopp is saying he's tired. Wabre, 7 years, 8 years, always competing. His energy is low. But Pep is like, he hasn't won anything yet. He wants more, so he has to be investigated.
He wants to grab more. I'm sure he wants to end his career as the best coach to ever raise the game, and that is what makes him very, very competitive. Now, going into this match, we are looking at a Liverpool team that has actually suffered a lot of injuries, but has still managed to produce the results that they need, in all their fixtures, I should say. Because if you look back, you realize they've been winning their matches serially, and that is shocking, because it's like bringing in your bench team and still your bench team gives you the first class performance that you want. And so going into this one, we still know that Liverpool has some injuries and all of that, and they actually received a team boost with Salah's return, and we are hoping that on Sunday he'll be able to feature in the match and then give us some Mo Salah moment as well. So going into this match, let's look at the form of both teams and the form of the players as well.
All right, so thank you very much. So as you rightly said, when you look at Manchester City, they don't have much injuries. It is just only Jack Grealish and Nunes who got injured last 2 days. But when you look at Team Liverpool, Trent is still on the injury list. Diego Jota and their goalkeeper Alisson Becker, then Curtis Jones. But these players, some of them, apart from their goalkeeper and Diego Jota, who are regular Trents.
They are all starters.
Regular starters. We know Jurgen Klopp, who has been able to, team up players from the bench side to win matches. And for some time now, Bradley has been sitting in the position of Trent to, do a good job. So it will not be a match worry for the team.
But you see, you also have to consider the teams they played against.
Yeah, sure.
You understand? This time, they are playing against the topmost, the biggest.
I understand.
You understand?
Yes. So this is also an opportunity for, young talents to also prove themselves.
Shine.
So we know Bradley, who, against Chelsea, did a very good job. Superb. So at least playing against Manchester City wouldn't be a very difficult one for him.
Okay.
Yes, very well. So as you said, definitely we know how Liverpool will line up. Klopp will go into the match with the 4-3-3 information as usual. Attacking and pressing, and Pep Guardiola will at least usually the 4-2-3-1 information with Haaland leading the attack. So definitely, I'm hoping the team will line up as I rightly said on Sunday.
Right. So looking at the front lines, or if probably we should start from the back. With the back, like you rightly said, now Liverpool has this injury on the right side where Trent, but he's been fixing in how do you call it, Bradley, and we can say Bradley is quite on a top form right now. But compared to the likes of City, we are having Kyle Walker. Kyle Walker at the back with Ruben Diaz, and then
comes to matches like that, maybe sometimes you struggle, you get a 1 goal, but we know a Haaland who can in a match score 3-4 goals.
Exactly.
That is my problem with Haaland in big matches. The day you need him most.
So you want him to score like 5 goals in this match?
No, I'm
prove himself.
Not that. I'm not saying that. You know Haaland.
Yeah, I know
his
Haaland.
goal scoring abilities.
Yeah.
But when it comes to big matches, last week against Manchester United, it was yet that gift that Amrabat, loosely gave the ball out. That was the goal. If not, he had clear chances on goal, but he was not able to, convert it. So that is my problem with him. In big matches, you'll see Haaland missing for 90 minutes.
Yeah.
Unlike Nunes, who can be inside and at the end of 90 minutes can give an assist and will carry the day. So,
well, there's this saying that at the end of the day, we don't measure the ability of the strikers by the goals they miss, but we measure them by the goals they are able to score. And on that note, you can say that, of course, Haaland is actually producing the numbers.
Yeah,
if
sure.
you look at the numbers he's produced since he's joining Manchester City. It's such a record that it will take a long time
definitely
to break, And returning from injury is Mo Salah, and considering the impact Mo Salah has on games, especially his return to the Liverpool team, which is seeing a lot of youngsters coming. His return will actually boost the squad with experience and all of that. How will he impact the game? With his coming back into the team. And talk of Manchester City, we also have a certain Foden who is having his best season ever and producing a lot of remarkable goals and impactful performance in matches. This season we've talked about Calvin De Bruyne for some time, but he went on injury. And then he's now back. He's producing the results, all right. But he's not more or less the talk of this season. We also have Haaland. Everyone was expecting this season will be going the same way it did last season, but we are not also seeing that a lot. And we have Foden, who we are not talking about. But if you go to now have a look at the stats he's producing this season, you realize that he's very impactful in games. And so how would the two go head to head on this one?
Yes. So Mo Salah returning to the Liverpool squad is a major boost for the Liverpoolians. Yeah, exactly. The team, the fans, and everything. Mo Salah is in the twilight of his career. He's 33, but he still has the magic. So him returning will serve as a major boost. So I don't know how 100% fit he is. I don't actually know because it's just returning from injury. I heard today he played the match against Sparta Prague, and then
he came to warm up.
So him actually being in the fray is actually good for morale boost. We have Mo Salah there. Everything is okay. Comparing it to maybe a Jota or another Diaz or something, they are all good. But having Mo Salah, your regular goal scorer, your regular serial goal scorer in the match is a huge confidence booster. So it's good to have him back. It only adds to the fact that this match is going to be super nice, super entertaining. Phil Foden was once described by Pep Guardiola as the most technically gifted player he's ever coached.
Wow.
The guy is so good from the under-20s, England's under-20. He started with Mason Greenwood. This crop of players were top-notch, especially Phil Foden. And I think their England debacle made them fall off grace. I think they went to the England camp and they brought girls inside, so they had to sack them. Mason Greenwood didn't actually learn anything from that experience. That's why he's where he is now. That's I partially also blame Ole Gunnar Solskjaer at Manchester United for not setting him up straight. But you go to Manchester City and you have someone like Pep Guardiola who will sit you down, discipline you, put you on the right path, and look at the magic he's producing.
Exactly.
He's very good. He's nimble, meaning that you cannot get the ball. He's technically gifted, meaning that if you ask Phil Foden to give an outside of the foot pass, he knows how to give. If he's able to give he knows all the techniques in football. He's technically gifted. And this is a young prodigy who will be able to do great things. So the numbers that he's bringing up is no surprise to me. He will only go on to score more, and if he keeps his head down like what he's been doing, keeping your head down as a young footballer, you keep your head down and listen to your coaches and produce good results, he's going to. So he being in the squad also adds to the excitement. Will he be able to beat the defenders of City? Will he be able to have his way like the way he had his way with Manchester United? I don't think it will be that easy, because Liverpool playing at Anfield is a different ball game together. But it's going to be an enthralling match. It's going to be exciting. We should expect goals. We should expect buga because no one is giving anyone gaba.
Wow. Manchester United have always suffered at Anfield. You agree with me that their performance at Anfield has not been as they've had at Etihad. And it goes to tell you how, fans impact game. This is Liverpool. And this is the season where they are most, in recent times, their best coach, the best coach they've had in recent times is actually stepping down after the end of this season. This is a classic match. The Spanish people are calling this one the new Classico. It's a very important fixture. And so I'm sure the fans will be coming in their numbers, to make sure that they are able to gun home this one. What do you think? How big an impact do you think the fans of Liverpool will have in this one?
All right, so thank you. So going into Anfield this Sunday, the supporters of Liverpool would come to the stadium in their numbers to cheer up their team. This is Anfield. Mostly they'll tell you they'll never walk alone.
Of course.
So definitely this Sunday too, they'll come in their numbers to support the Liverpool team for glory. So as you rightly said, fans play major role when it comes to football matches. During the COVID era, we're not having supporters in the stadiums, which had a lot of effect on the players. Sometimes when you are playing and the supporters are cheering you up, it gives you more momentum to go up to score or win matches. So definitely this Sunday, I know the fans of Liverpool will come in their numbers to support Liverpool, because they will want Team Liverpool to carry the day. But this will not have much effects on Manchester City, because these are big players who have played under huge fans.
Doesn't really matter if you're a big player, because at the end of the day, the players themselves come out to say that the fans, the booing and all of that.
Yes, it is
really
part.
worry them.
But sometimes with the maturity and the stage in which you have played before also gives you another courage. You understand? So these are big players who have played under huge crowds. Liverpool, their stadium is not the biggest stadium in the world. So you can imagine if you have played at Camp Nou and other big stadium, the fans there wouldn't.
Wow. It's been an interesting discussion, and talk of the fans of Anfield. Bruno is actually saying that Manchester City players, this is not the first time they are playing at Anfield. Of course, they've had that experience, and they will anticipate that this time, although it will be bigger and larger and louder, they are still ready for the fight, because at the end of the day, it is the title race that they are looking at, and they are looking to grab their fourth title in a row. Liverpool also looking to send off their coach in glorious style, and they are looking to do the quadruple. They've already won one, and they have 3 to go. All the 3 are very much in the balance for them, and they are very much in comfortable lead for all of them. And we hope that this match will produce all the spectacular moments we expect. But we take a quick break here. When we come, we go into the tactical analysis. We go to the drawing board where Desna will actually take us through the tactical approach that both managers would be coming into this game with. And so we'll be right back.